Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining one more time. We are with Yes today, and
Hi.
she's from England,
Yes,
and
yeah.
we will be talking about life experience, as you know. um, Hello, Yes.
Hi.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 27.
27.
Yeah, 27.
How was your childhood?
I was overall good. It was a little bit complicated because my parents divorced when I was quite young. So I was about 9 or 10 when my mum and dad split up. So that overshadows a lot of it. But overall, really, really positive childhood memories. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
What did you learn in your childhood?
Don't know where to start. Tons, lots and lots. I grew up really close with my sister. My sister Nell is 4 years younger than me, and I think I learned probably more than anything just from being an older sister. I think that was a lot of my personality of caring for her and having those responsibilities from a young age probably sticks out. Yeah.
So you have just two. You are just.
Yeah, well, I've got older siblings as well, but they're
Mhm.
half from my dad's first marriage, and then I've got another half sister who's younger. So I have 5 siblings in total, yeah, but I'm closer with just my younger sister.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 years age gap.
How was your adolescence?
Yeah, good. I was really, really focused on school. School was always I was very academic. I really threw myself into my GCSEs. I immediately did sixth form and A levels and went straight to university. So my whole teenage years really were just school. And then I got a job the day I turned 16. So yeah, so I feel like it's
What did you learn from your adolescence?
A lot. I think I was independent very soon. I think maybe too soon sometimes, but I think I learned to find my feet very quickly and stand up for myself, I guess. Yeah, I just always looked after myself and just got on with things, and I knew what my goals were, and I stuck with that really. So yeah.
What did you feel that you need to be independent quickly? Because
Yeah.
just because you decided, or
Yeah.
because you saw situation?
I don't know. It was multiple things. It's home life was always a little bit up and down because I was in between houses all the time. I was at my mum's house, dad's house, boyfriend's house. I was working, then school. So I just felt like I needed my own space. I never had anywhere that felt like home. I didn't have one kind of home place. So I just wanted to get out there as quickly as I could and get that for myself, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe rushed things.
During your childhood, when your parents split up, what did you feel? What did you learn from that experience from your parents? How was that split up?
It was rough. It was very, very. There was a lot of emotions. I remember seeing some friends' parents that had broke up when we were little, and it was very level and it was very matter of fact. But the split went on for years and years. There was so much anger and tension, and it went on and on and on. So yeah, it was a rough few years. I don't know what I learned from it really, but it was a very difficult time growing up, definitely. And I think I looked after my sister more because she was 4 years younger than me, so I was 9 or 10 when it was happening, but she was 5 or 6, so she was really little, so I definitely felt the pressure to protect her a little bit. Yeah.
How was your relationship with your parents?
Growing up it was good, it was just turbulent. Now it's amazing with them both, but there was just so much tension and anger from the split, and that kind of projected onto us a little bit sometimes. Yeah, they were always there for me, and obviously I spent half the week with my mum and then half the week with my dad, so I saw them all the time, and we had those relationships, but it was very up and down through the split because there was just so much tension. Yeah.
How was your relationship with your mom?
Amazing, yeah. Me
Amazing.
and my mum have always been so close, yeah. Sometimes maybe when I was little, we might have had too close. I think from the split, we absolutely glued together, and it was really hard then when we actually were apart. Like, I remember even just going to school or then going away on holiday, sobbing, crying. It was then really hard to leave my mum a little bit. So
Why?
really,
Why? You feel like she needed support
Yeah, I
or
think
protection?
Yeah,
or
and then I think I then needed it from her as well. We really kind of bounced back towards each other, and that took a long time to normalise again and be comfortable being away from each other. Yeah, I always felt like if I wasn't with my mum, she was lonely and there was no one else around, and then I felt if I wasn't with her, I missed her far too much. Yeah.
What did you learn from your mom?
Lots. She was very resilient through it all, and my mum, there's quite a big age gap between my mum and my dad, so my mum was really young going through having me and then having the divorce and everything. So I think seeing her go through that and handle it all, she was just so strong through it all, bless her. It was just a lot to process. Yeah, so I learned she's just a good role model more than anything.
How was your relationship with your dad?
It was good. Again, it was turbulent. There was just so much anger from both sides, and I think because I was so close with my mum, that was visible to him, and I got the impression it felt like I was picking sides almost, and
he felt like
yes,
that too?
Yeah, and he noticed I was never going to break that bond or that trust with my mum, so he felt a bit on the other side of things, so that always caused arguments. But so close now, I feel proud of how we've come full circle really, because yeah, it's a lot better now.
What did you learn from your dad?
Lots. He's a very, very strong figure. I've never met anyone like my dad. His personality's he's a role model. He looks after himself, he's fit, he's 70 odd, but you just wouldn't ever think of that. He's always, again, been business focused. He's always had a goal. He's done so much and done so well in his life. He was just always that strong dad figure, and almost, I don't think he wanted to be, but that scary dad figure sometimes. Yeah, just I think just always sticking to your prerogative, I guess. Like he was always proud of his beliefs and his opinions, and he would never let anyone tell him different. Yeah.
How that experience between your parents affect your adulthood?
A lot. I think, I don't know, I always wonder, because I met my husband Calvin quite young, and I think I latched on to him very young because I had so much going on, and I'd seen that turbulence and that breakup. I stuck with him. I was like, you're not leaving me, you're staying with me. So that impacted me in terms of relationships. Like, I just couldn't even bear the thought of going through anything like that again. So I just stuck with him and would not let him go. And then wanting to have my own babies, I think. Like, I wanted to be a mum from so young, because my mum was such a brilliant mum. I've just always wanted to have that, and have that love and that joy, and then have our own nice memories to make, I think, and like Christmases and just make our own traditions and things. It's made me want to be very mum, dad, babies, traditional, wanting the
build your own family.
Yeah, it's made me want to and have that solid foundation. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
How is being your adulthood? Is going well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like I say, I went straight from school to sixth form to university, and I qualified as a midwife at 21. So I've been a midwife for 6 years now, so I feel like I'm doing well in my career. You know, I was lucky from a young age to know exactly what I wanted to do, and I went and I did it. I realise now as I'm older that's quite rare, that people know exactly what they want to do, and that they get to enjoy their job. I feel like I'm very lucky that I do what I enjoy every day. I think that's rare. So I feel like, yeah, and we're married, we have babies. I feel like we're doing.
How old
doing
were you
well.
when you get married?
It was 2 years ago, 25. 25.
25 years old.
Yeah.
Do you reckon if in your family, let's say, feminine line, are there behaviors or thoughts, patterns?
Yeah, I feel we're very close to my mum and my grandma on that side. Like, again, when I say I'm close to my mum, my grandma was a part of that when I was little as well. I don't know in terms of behaviours, we're very close, and secrets and things have always been like, we never ever have secrets. We're so open with each other. And I think it's just that openness and not having any shame between each other and being able to laugh about things, not take life too seriously sometimes, I think is probably one of the main things that I recognise.
Or for example, this pattern of a split up, for example, maybe your grandmom too? Or just your mom?
My mum and my grandma and my granddad, they got married when they were 21, I think, and they're still together now in their 70s. No, not really happened in any other parts of the family. Yeah.
Have you broken some of them patterns or behaviors? Do you feel you are working on that? And
I think so.
I won't repeat this, or I won't do that, or do you feel like that, that you are doing it?
I feel like it more so since having children as well. Like, you notice that more in your mind, and I'm so aware of wanting them to enjoy their time with their dad and things, and not wanting, because I feel like I grew up in a very shouty, angry, loud household. Here, I absolutely they never see us shout at each other. We never raise our voices at each other. If we have a disagreement, I never want them to see that. I don't want them to be listening to any of that, because I remember oh my goodness, I absolutely do not want them to be around that. So I feel like I actively feel like I'm breaking that. I don't want any
that kind of example, let's say, with that kind of imagine that in the brain.
Exactly. Okay. Don't want them to be listening to that or have that anxiety when they're home.
Have you taken therapy or about this?
No, not specifically that. No, don't think so. As a child, my sister went through a little bit of it through the divorce, because it happened so young. She really struggled to accept our stepmom and stepdad. So when our parents remarried, she really couldn't understand that. So she definitely had some sort of counselling for that, and I was there, but it was more for her.
So your mom got married again, and your dad too.
Quite soon, within a few years of divorcing, they both got married again.
How was your relationship with their?
That step-parents, amazing. I love them both to pieces. It's and I saw that they then provided happiness again for my parents, which was nice. And
so they have a relationship as a friends now, your parents?
They'll be nice. Talk? Yeah, they'll be nice. Yeah, which I never thought would have happened. Like, now, seeing that and them even talk to each other and be nice, my little 9-year-old head can't even understand that, because there was just so much hatred for each other. But to see them civil and be nice is lovely.
How long ago did you start talking?
I feel like it was in my teenage years. It went on and on and on for a long time. It was probably only when I was going to university. I think when I graduated from university and they both came to the ceremony, that was probably the first time I'd seen them in a room together since that. And then since I got married and had babies, they've had to see a bit more of each other and they've definitely found some kind of friendly grounds now.
Okay. What is your passion in this life?
My job, definitely. Yeah,
Yes,
as a
midwife,
midwife.
yes,
Yeah,
I-
absolutely. It's
How you
Yeah.
found it? Oh, it just you feel
It's
it or like that?
I mean, my mum, when she remarried, she had my youngest sister Becky. I was 13 at the time, and my mum was pregnant and had my sister. So I obviously saw her go through all that, and we were there when she went into hospital in labour. So I think that might have started something in me. But then, yeah, just from a very young age, I knew that I wanted to do that. And I picked my GCSEs for it. I knew my A levels needed to then get me to university for it. And I can't imagine doing anything else now.
Oh,
It's
Great.
yeah,
Yeah, because how you said, some people don't know
Yeah.
exactly, and they spend many
Yeah, even-
years
yeah.
looking for it. And
yeah,
it's very good luck, you know.
yeah.
good luck,
I didn't. I never
but-
really respected that, but I
Mhm.
realise to know what I want to do is rare for some people, definitely.
What do you do when you are having hard times? When you are feeling stress or
Yeah.
like overwhelmed?
At the minute, I'm enjoying running. I've just taken up running, so I like to go for a run. That really helps me clear my head. Anything outdoors, really. I just do going for a walk. I love swimming. We do swimming most weeks. And just being with my babies is nice.
But I mean, in sometimes in the moment, you know,
Mhm.
what do you do? For example, when
Yeah.
let's say when you are having disagreements with your husband,
Yeah.
or when your girl do something that you
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
What do you do when in that moment to keep calm or
Yeah.
or feel
Like,
more
yeah.
calm down?
I suppose I just try to take a breath. I think I have to step away from the situation. Like I just have to either go into another room or go upstairs or something and just take a few seconds or a minute, and then I can come back to it. I think if I stay in it, it just builds up and up and up. But yeah, I've learned that about myself. Just come away from it, calm down, think before you say something, and then go back.
Oh.
That helps.
Would you change any experience in your life? Would you change something in your life?
I'd say no, because I feel like not all of it's obviously nice or not all of it's positive, but all of it's led me here. Like I feel like even changing the slightest thing might alter where you would end up in life. So I think if I could do it again, all again, I would do the same because it's led me here with my babies happy in what I do. So I don't think I would, no.
What does love mean to you?
It's a big question. I think it means lots of things in different ways. I think in terms of relationships, it's that mutual respect for each other, it's listening, it's having that genuine care for one another. I think in life in general, it's just knowing we're all humans. We're not perfect, and it's just allowing that space for mistakes, and then still coming back after those mistakes to show that you still love that person and you still respect them, and we aren't perfect. So it's and that safe space. I think more than anything, it's just that feeling of home and feeling comfortable with each other and enjoying your company more than anything. Yeah, I think.
What does forgiveness mean to you?
I think it's different for everybody, isn't it? I don't know. I think it's not something that can be forced, and sometimes you can say you forgive somebody, but you know deep down you don't. It has to come from
Your heart.
yes,
no?
yeah, and it can't be rushed. I think it's just accepting again that we made a mistake here, but we've learned from it, and then still just wanting to have that person in your life, I guess, and just appreciating that they're not going to do the same mistake again, maybe.
Do you need to forget someone? Or have you forget someone?
Yeah, I think I have in the past. Again, for lots of different reasons, because it can be a small little thing, can't it? Or it can be a huge life event that's altered things. But yeah, I have forgiven, and I think those that I have forgiven, our relationship's so much better now. I feel like, again, you almost wouldn't change what happened because it's brought you to where you are again. Like you've both grown from that. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What does fear mean to you?
Fear to me is, it's sometimes not always a physical thing. It's sometimes not always something that you can see. Like I feel like I've had a lot of fear mentally in my life. Like it's more your brain sometimes.
Your brain playing.
Yes, yeah, that's probably the worst kind as well. Because if it's
how can you manage, or how have you deal with this?
Yeah, I think it's just trying to work through things logically, because your brain can go crazy, can't it, if you think of one thing and it's on overdrive. I think again it's trying to maybe come out of that situation again almost, and just trying to come back to reality a little bit sometimes. But it's, again, when you've got kids, there's so many other fears going on in the world, like we'd said about the media and reading things and seeing all these scary, none of it's, that's all possible future, isn't it? I think I try my best now to just look at what's happening right now. What can I do right now? If I can I deal with it right now? Can I help anything? And if I can't, I need to put that out of my head, because if you sat thinking of what's going to happen, that just builds up and up in your head. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jess, for this lovely interview. And you too.
Noisy.
Okay. Oh. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this interview. She's saying thank you too in her language. And thank you so much. See you in the next interview, and please carry on. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.